Hey, what's going on guys? Butterbar here, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we are going to be talking about the information that the Gaming Revolution released yesterday from a source from Modern Warfare, and give you guys my opinion about what I think about some of the details that he's actually releasing. Now, this is going to cover not only the prestiging and how that's going to work, weapon camos, as well as also how many maps are going to be at launch. Now, I will give you my opinion about some of these things, however, I do find it funny. I do find it funny right now that the Gaming Revolution is now releasing information, again, that gives a little bit of hype of the game, gives players a little bit of something to look forward to with the game. However, there's nobody from Infinity Ward saying, no, don't believe this guy. Don't believe the rumors he's spreading. He's just trying to make a name for himself. Don't believe any of the BS is coming out of his mouth. Nothing like that right now because, I mean, none of the information that he released yesterday, was really negative at all towards the game. So it's very funny that it's very circumstantial on what information is released and is good or bad in the favor of Infinity Ward and what they'll say about it. So it's just very interesting. All right, so let's talk about some of the questions that were asked and some of the information that he released yesterday. And well, first off, we'll start with this question about survival mode and the situation surrounding it. And so far, he just says nothing can change. So to me, doesn't matter how many pre-orders get canceled, doesn't matter how much of a noise we make online or anything like that. Apparently, the survival mode will be unchanged. And to me, that is so disappointing because, again, somebody that is a fan of the survival mode, again, going back to Modern Warfare 3, this does, it just makes me upset. And honestly, from actually going through the different questions that were asked, one question was asked about how was the survival mode going to be working? Is it going to be working similar to Modern Warfare 3 or is it going to be changed? And for what Gaming Revolution has actually announced is saying, yep, it's going to be remaining a little bit similar to the way that Modern Warfare 3 did it. A lot of the kill streaks that are in the game right now are going to be making their way over to the survival mode, and it's going to be based off of a point system on being able to lock them. So again, it's similar to the way that Modern Warfare 3 does it, but again, however, learning that information about how survival is going to work, again, makes me disappointed because as somebody that comes from the Titanfall community, loving Frontier Defense, if you've ever played Frontier Defense in Titanfall 1 or Titanfall 2, is an enjoyable game mode, an enjoyable wave-based survival game mode, and again, somebody that enjoyed Modern Warfare 3 and not being able to play it in this game for a full year is just a really big disappointment, and it's sad to know that nothing really changed through the entire process between, finding out what's going on with it, canceled orders and stuff like that. So it's just sad that nothing really changed. All right, next question was, how are clan wars going to work out, and what's kind of the deal with that? Now, clans are going to be introduced in this game, but they're called regiments, and they plan on actually pushing it back until after launch. So to me, it looks like it's going to be a good thing. It's going to be a great thing, for people that are like-minded, people that, like people on YouTube or on Twitch or whatnot want to join clans. I think this is going to be a great way to get some communities together. If it works anything like the way that Titanfall 2 had with the network system, I think it's going to be a great system. Next question, will there be custom emblems? And the just straight answer is no. So I can kind of understand the reason behind that, but it is kind of funny to know that we won't be able to have that type of customization. Next question, will there be leaderboards at launch? Now, he states, the Gamer Revolution states, leaderboards are currently being closed to being done, planned for launch, but possibly waiting towards after launch. So again, it's very funny that for the longest time, leaderboards have been kind of a thing that is just automatically attached to the game. As soon as you launch the game, leaderboards are right there. But for the past Call of Duty games, it hasn't been a part of the game whatsoever. And I don't know if that's to hide how many people are actually playing the game or not. But it's nice to know that leaderboards are making a comeback. Hopefully they're decent, kind of like how Black Ops 1s were. But it is a shame if we have to wait past launch, and how much farther past launch do we have to wait? Next question is, how many maps are going to be introduced when the game fully releases on launch? Now, he's stated 3 ground war maps, 7 gunfight maps, and 10 normal maps. Now, looking into it, the 3 ground war maps, again, are looking really good, and they look really nice. The 7 gunfight maps, to me, I feel like it's a little excessive, just because I don't know how big the population is going to be for that. I get it. I know they want to push towards a tournament-based system with that to get people involved and get some, hype built up for it. But I feel like just 7 is just way too much, and it's taking away a lot more focus from really the core audience of the 6v6 and possibly 10v10 crowd out there that just wants to play a lot of maps. And it sucks to hear that only 10 maps are included. But if you actually dive deep into how many maps are involved in that 10. You have the cave, you have night maps, you have other maps that people didn't enjoy. I mean, the cave, I guaranteed a lot of people are going to be skipping the cave. With the night map variations of some of the maps that are in this list of 10, again, I don't know. I really don't count the night maps as part of the 10. So really, you're looking about maybe 7 or 8 maps for 66 game modes. So to me, honestly, that is disappointing. That is not that many maps included in this. When Gunfight has more maps included in that game mode. So to me, it's just kind of a disappointment for the basic crowd of basic people that are going to be playing this game. But hopefully later on we'll be seeing some more maps included. Periodically, but hopefully more often than we've seen in other Call of Duty games. Next question is, how are supply drops, and what is there going to be probability, with rarity and whatnot. So we'll be seeing common and rare supply drops. Rare supply drops have increased odd on what equipment or what gear you're going to be getting out of that. Again, I think the supply drops hopefully are not as bad as Black Ops 4, but we'll have to wait and see how that works out for us in the long run. Hopefully it does not screw us like Black Ops 4 did. Next question, will more Spec Ops missions be developed during the lifespan of Modern Warfare? And yes, so that's awesome. Again, I really did enjoy the Spec Ops missions. Again, I'm really a huge fan of survival, but it's nice to know that more maps, more missions are going to be coming out for Spec Ops to get people to dive deep into that game mode. Any take on making Dead Silent a perk? Now, Dead Silence has been a perk for a long time throughout the Call of Duty series, and it's weird to see it as a field upgrade in it. To me, I understand the whole removing of it. However, with that, dude, something has to be done about the game audio when it comes to footsteps. Footsteps in this and the game audio is just god awful. So I can be on board with them moving that to a field upgrade. However, dude, just fix the game audio when it comes to footsteps. Other than that, I just, man, I don't know if it's just me. Or the audio in this game, which is so wacky, especially when it comes to being able to hear people around corners or people that are just literally right in front of you and you can't hear their footsteps. To me, it's just everyone might as well have or at least everybody on the enemy team might as well have dead silence because you can't hear anything. Next question is, any news on a new ranking or prestige system for this game? Now, we've heard that prestiging is going to be different in this game, and for what the Gaming Revolution is saying is, yes, think seasonal, more information soon. So seasonal. So after 30, 60 days, something like that, it's going to be changing. So how is the ranking system going to be working? To me, I really do hope that, once you reach a certain level, hopefully you at least get to keep everything you unlocked. It'll be really annoying after 30 days. You would prestige and lose everything after every single 30 days. So to me, hopefully you can reach up to a certain point where you actually can unlock everything and keep it unlocked, but still can continue prestige. So I don't know. Hopefully it works out. Hopefully it's not a pain in the butt. But thinking seasonal when it comes to prestiging. Have we seen all the kill streaks and field upgrades? Gaming Revolution just says no, so that's exciting. Let's see. The next one is, are there going to be any special categories of weapons in it, like ballistics knives or whatnot? And the Riot Shield is making a return from what Gaming Revolution has stated. So I can definitely see the Riot Shield being very useful in a lot of different game modes in it, especially Ground War, to be able to push out different objectives and whatnot. So that'll be interesting to see how the Riot Shield works out. Another one about camouflage. So this is going to be a very interesting one. This is by Prestige. Will there be camouflage patterns exclusive to other game modes, like the campaign or Spec Ops and whatnot? And he says no. All the camos are going to be linked all together throughout all three game modes. So that'll be an interesting thing to see how that works out and what type of camouflage patterns and how realistic they look is going to be another interesting thing to see. Akimbo is making a return. So if you were a fan of Akimbo, with pistols only so far, at least from what he's stating, Akimbo pistol perk is actually going to be available for pistols. So it'll be interesting to see how many people are waving around the double deagles around the game. Let's see. The next one is going to be another. So that's another one for survival. Let's see. Let's talk about the. Oh man, there's a lot of them. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm very surprised going through a lot of these different questions about Modern Warfare Remastered and what is going to be what are the plans for that. Now, apparently there are plans to release a Modern Warfare Remastered. However, the Infinity Ward is wanting to focus on one game at a time. However, there is plans supposedly for a Modern Warfare 2 Remastered, and possibly multiplayer attached to that. I know that's been one of the rumors that that Modern Warfare 2 Remastered was not going to have a multiplayer. However, that might not be the case, and it might actually have a multiplayer attached to it, but it might be like a later on type of thing. So again, it's very interesting to see a lot of questions about Modern Warfare 2 Remastered and it actually being answered in this. Now again, here's another question. What are the camouflages going to be? So you're going to have gold, you're going to have diamond camo, and then you have a mystery camo. Now a lot of the Call of Duty games, we've had something called dark matter or other things that are similar to dark matter. So it's very interesting to see that we'll have gold, diamond, and then something that's mysterious that we don't know exactly what it's called yet. So will it be like platinum? Will it be something else? It'll be very interesting to see how they actually do it, and what will be this mystery camo? What will be the max camouflage that you'll actually get in the game? Now this is one thing that is very exciting for me. You can actually play Call of Duty offline, so that is now a thing. You don't have to be online in order to actually participate in the game. You can play campaign, spec ops. I think you even probably can do multiplayer with bots and whatnot, so that'll be kind of cool to see. I do want to know if you're maybe offline, can you do survival offline? I don't know. Maybe if you can disconnect from the internet. I don't know how it works out. But that would be a kind of a cool thing to know that hey, you can actually play survival offline as long as you can get away from the internet, and you'd at least still be able to enjoy the game. Now I'm looking through a lot of these other things. Oh, here's another question. Does Makarov actually play a role in Modern Warfare? And the answer was no. And that's one thing I'm really surprised at. Makarov not making a return to this game. I don't know if anybody was wanting to know that. Hopefully that's not a spoiler for you. I apologize about that, but at least kind of going through this, for what he is saying is that Makarov is not making a return. So that's kind of a Debbie Downer for me, but it'll be interesting to see what the villains will be like in this game, and also too what other characters are making a return from the Modern Warfare series into this Modern Warfare game. Now the last question he did talk about, and this is again one thing has me excited because I think throughout the Call of Duty series, there's actually been a lot of fan favorite maps, and especially maps that I've jumped into, playing Modern Warfare, Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare, Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3, jumping into these old maps going, man, these are maps I really did enjoy, and I would love to see returned into this thing and see them see them updated, see them remastered, and see what they look like, and maybe even additions to it. I mean, hell, maybe even a ground war map that has variations of different areas, of different, remastered maps or, old classic Call of Duty maps. And seeing some type of things like that kind of mushed together in like a ground war type of arena. But he at least has let us know that remastered maps are going to be coming to the Modern Warfare game. There's not going to be anything at launch, or maybe a little bit after launch, but soon after that, or maybe a little bit, maybe a few months after that, we will be seeing some remastered maps. So maybe Overgrown, maybe other maps that we'll possibly see. I mean, again, they can pull from the entire Modern Warfare series, and I think there's a lot of fan favorite maps throughout the entire Modern Warfare series that I think a lot of people would enjoy to see make a return. And again, I think it'd be a really enjoyable thing to actually see some of these maps not only be returning as, 6v6, 10v10, maybe even some gunfight if they want to add here one or two there, but also too some of these things, maybe mashing up a couple of maps together, maybe a couple classic maps into one giant ground war map, and just seeing kind of the evolution of kind of what's been going on with this, and seeing how they can actually update it up and add it into the game. So guys, let me know in the comments below. Let me know what you guys think about some of these updates that was posted from the Gaming Revolution. Again, a lot of good details. Again, Infinity Ward is not really releasing any of this stuff yet. We were supposed to be waiting for something about information about netcode and how that's going to work out. But again, Infinity Ward has not actually done an update with us. But again, the Gaming Revolution has been doing a great job with his source from Infinity Ward, letting us know some of the better details of Modern Warfare and kind of what to look forward to. So guys, let me know in the comments below, out of the things that I was able to read from his list, what entices you more for this game, what excites you more for it. Let me know in the comments below, and again, hopefully we get to look forward to a lot of stuff that this game has to offer, even though there's some of these things, man, some of the things they're holding back is just kind of a Debbie Downer for me. So guys, let me know in the comments below. Hope you enjoyed this video. Have a great rest of the day, and I will see you guys all next time.